I just happened by, and oh, thank you. Very nice. Yes, I'm off tomorrow to the Hamptons. George and Irene are entertaining, so it's going to be a long week. But anyway, I thought I would stop by and sort of see how things were going. And so you're doing this to the future. I see. Excuse me. Oh, very nice. Let's see. Is it running? Should I talk to the thing? Oh, yes. Okay. Good. Well, hello. To the future. Hello. I don't know how far in the future you are, and I don't know if that means that you will have ever heard of Cassandra Moon Leftwell, the poet. But in any case, and I suppose that by now my fourth divorce and fifth marriage are old news, so I won't go into details with that. Actually, I am a poet, and I've had a number of successes with my poetry, and I thought perhaps that I would, I would read some of my poetry for you, but I need to use slightly better spectacles, so that I can see what I'm reading. I don't like to do recitations from memory. It's just one of those things, you know. Let's see. I think I shall start with a couple of my shorter works, and then we'll see where we go from there. Is that all right? Thank you, future darlings. I'm sure you'll be entertained. I hope. Oh, that is wonderful. Made this trip worthwhile. Let's see. Yes. This is one of my shorter works, and it was one of my more successful. The New York Times published this, and they thought it was quite. I don't know. They thought it was successful. It's called Concrete Funeral. The city pulls you and tosses you and pushes you down, down and down. Your spirit seeks to rise, but the building sees you, strangling you in stony silence. Your soul, buried beneath their pavement, struggles, sinks. The silence wins all. The silence wins all. Thank you. That was one of my shorter works. I have an even shorter one. It's called Desire. From out of my most pleasant dreamings, I desire you. Beneath the slowly turning stars, I await you. I find you. Sometimes brevity can be the soul of wit. Now, we have some longer ones, if you don't mind. We have time? Oh, good, good. And let me see. This one is called I Live. I live. I breathe. I feel. I love. I think. And hope. And fear. And want. But someday I know the darkness will come for me. All too soon. All too suddenly. And then, like all the others, I will feel myself devoured, sucked whole into its vast maw. Silently or with a fear-filled scream I do not know. And I will cease. Will be no more. Plucked out, body trembling and soul writhing, swept away, and left in some dark and dusty and forgotten corner of the universe forever. Not exactly a cheerful one, was it? Sorry. We'll try again. Let's see. Yes, this one is called Dreams by Starlight. And it was on the Saturday Evening Post, I think it was, had this. I often think of him while walking along a quiet nighttime street, when the starlight plays through soft silver clouds, and the night wind caresses the uncaring leaves of the hovering trees. I think of his smile and his touch, and I try to recollect some remark he once made which amused me. And then I pause. There is no death like that of loneliness. The seas devour, the sands bury. But loneliness is a waster of souls, and there is no grace for remedy that I can find in this life. I often think of him while walking. It's another one that's a little dark, I'm sorry. I get into these moods. I simply must come here more often when I'm back from the Hamptons. It's a bit warmish in here. Let me see. Oh yes, I have one last. I'm afraid it's another sad one, I'm sorry. Well, future darlings, I won't be able to hear any criticisms you make, so I suppose it doesn't matter. But hopefully maybe this will start a futuristic revival in poetry at some future date, who knows when. It's called Sweet Death. Sorry. A long time ago, when the world was newer and fresher and brighter, I knew goodness and nobility and strength in his arms. The blue of the sky was met in his eyes, and all the loveliness of the sunset in summer was in his face. When he was away from me, my spirit felt like a cold stone dropped into a dark and bottomless well. I knew he would kill me one day, not with a gun or a knife, but kill my soul, my being, with my very love for him as the weapon of choice. And somehow, when it happened, it seemed a sweet death. A sweet death. Well, future darlings, I hope you enjoy this little poetic interlude. I'm sorry that it got so dark. I should have brought something a little more fun, but I was rushed, and so anyway, we shall see. I suppose I'll never know who's watching this now, but again, cheers to you, and I hope all is well in the future, and thank you very much. And I'm going to have one more little dose. Oh, yes. This will make my travels much easier. Well, I must get this done quickly though, because I'm flying out of the country right away. No, the destination is kind of a secret. After I've told you my tale, you'll probably understand why. Let me see. Are we ready? Oh, good. Okay, let's get started. Let's see. I finished university, and I was hired by the Central Intelligence Agency. And I worked for them for quite a few years. we had numerous adventures. We also had a few times when things didn't go quite as well as they might have. There was that time I started the revolution in the wrong country. Well, the subcommittee let that one go because all those countries sound alike anyway. So, then, oh yes, there was that other time, but the plane wasn't really damaged all that much, and nearly all of the important people survived. So, they sort of let that one slide too. You know, we had quite a few mistakes back then. And the other day I had a call from one of my co-workers from the past, and he said that he thought it was perhaps a mistake for me to have written my tell-all book about my years with the CIA. I'm not sure how he knew I had done that. But they wouldn't they wouldn't be bothered by that, would they? I mean, think about it. I'm sure that bygones would be by. Wait a minute. You're not the photographer who was here a moment ago. Who are you? What are you doing with that? No, please. No!